Hello, students. Today we are going to start with the book Footprints Without Feet, Chapter 2 The Thief Story by Ruskin Bond. Something about the author. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author of British descent. He was born in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh. He has been writing over for 60 years, and most of his works are influenced by the life in the hill stations at the foothills of the Himalayas where he spent his childhood. He has written over 500 short stories, then essays, poems, and novels. He received the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992, and later on he received the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. And now he lives with his adopted family near Mussoorie. Now let's start with the chapter The Thief Story. So, before starting with the chapter, let's see what's the theme. So, the theme of the story is a total transformation of a thief's nature due to the trust placed in him by his employer named Anil. It is this positive impact of the faith that Anil has in the thief, who is named as Hari Singh, and this leads to the victory of virtue over vice. So the narrator, Hari Singh, which is not his real name, as he takes new name every month to keep himself ahead of the police and his former employers. So Hari Singh is very proud of the fact that at the age of 15 he is highly experienced thief. One day he sees a young, tall, a lean guy named Anil who looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough to be fooled. So he tries to befriend him and tells him that his name is Hari Singh and he could cook. He requests Anil to employ him as his domestic help. Anil employs him on the condition that he will not be paying him any wages as he could not afford it. And then he takes Hari to his home over the Jamna sweet shop. Hari's miserable cooking skills are revealed on the first night itself. But Anil does not complain and feeds the terrible food cooked by Hari to the stray dogs. Anil does not mind that Hari is a bad cook. He says that he will teach him to cook as well as read and write. Hari is grateful, for he knows that if he is educated, there is no limit to what he can achieve. He imagines a future where he would do wonders as a thief after becoming educated. Hari Singh works happily for Anil. The work he does is quite light as he makes tea in the morning and then goes out for buying the daily essentials. In the process, he manages to pocket a rupee or so. Anil knows about this cheating, but he simply ignores it. A trusting Anil gives Hari the key to his room, which makes it easy for the thief to come and go freely. After some days, Hari makes out that Anil is a freelance writer and does not have any regular source of income. So at times, he even needs to borrow. He would worry when the next check would come, and when it came, he would go out and spend it all. One evening, Anil came home with a small bundle of notes saying that he had sold a book to a publisher and tucked the money under his bed. Hari saw Anil with the money. It had been almost a month and he had not done anything in this line of work apart from stealing from the money meant for buying groceries. Hari was tempted. But Anil was also the most trusting person he had met, which made it so difficult to rob him. Finally, Hari decides to go ahead and steal the money. He tells himself that he is out of practice and if he does not take the money, definitely Anil will waste it on his friends. Moreover, Anil never paid him for the work he did. At night, when Anil went off to sleep, Hari stole the money and decided to take a train to Lucknow. Once at the station, he had a change of heart. He realized that he had broken Anil's trust. He also realized that now, though he had got all the money with him, but he would no longer be able to learn to write. Education could have made him a great, clever, and a respected man, whereas stealing would not lead him anywhere. So he decides to go back to Anil to learn to read and write. Leaving the station, Hari walked through the bazaar not knowing where to go. The only person he knew was Anil, whom he had robbed. Hari knew that Anil would neither be angry nor be afraid to see his money stolen. Instead, he would be sad for the loss of trust that he had placed in Hari. He sat on a bench, not knowing where to go. Soon it began to rain and Hari got drenched. He went back to the bazaar and took shelter under the clock tower. The stolen money was damp from the rain. He hurries back nervously to the room and finds Anil still fast asleep. He quietly slips the bundle of notes under his mattress and goes off to sleep. Next morning, he gets up late and finds that Anil has already made tea. Anil comes with a 50 rupee note and gives it to him, saying that he had made some money the previous day. He also assures to pay him his wages regularly. Hari feels happy and takes the note, which he notices was still wet from the night's rain. Anil tells Hari that they would begin writing sentences. Hari understands that his master is aware about the theft of the previous night but chooses to ignore it. A reformed Hari smiles in his usual way, but this time the smile is effortless and more spontaneous. Thus, the message that the writer wants to convey through this story is that we should not shatter the trust people place in us. Once the trust of a person is lost, everything is lost. And the other message that he conveys is that kindness touches the hearts and brings about a change in even the worst person.